Hey,
Hi,
hi,
Oksana.
how are you? Thank you so much for meeting together, and I just wanted to say a few words, some of my feelings, something that I feel I see energetically and physically with both my subconscious and conscious minds to all the brothers and sisters of the world because we're really one race. There's no difference.
Exactly.
Because they put the fake borders in between, named the camps. They colonized the earth. They put us in camps and named them, put labels. Okay, Ukraine, Russia, all that stuff. The truth is, as I see awakening now, as I understood within these days, because I'm very um, imagine yourself for a second in my shoes. So you have this one brother, nobody else in your family, right? You know I lost my mother when I was 21. You know I was a mother to my 11-year-old brother who was 10 when she died, turned 11, right? So, and then he tells me that, he saw people die. He saw parts of human bodies when he was driving in the cab because they started bombarding the city. Um, because he knows people. I know a lot of people. I grew up in Kiev. I went to school in Kiev. I called 20 people. I FaceTime with them. This is not just a movie what they're showing you. I saw it with my own eyes, and there wasn't a movie. The whole sky was black every time I talked to him. It's like they are just bombarding everything, and you saw with your own eyes the pictures. People in Ukraine live very poorly. I lived through times when we would wake up and rubles is gone. Ukraine is gaining its freedom, everybody's happy, but everything my parents had in the bank gone overnight. So we used to use them as wallpaper. The rubbles, I remember walking into my friend's apartment, the rubbles were all glued on the doors of toilet, the bathroom doors, all the everywhere because they lost. And then I went through a period because my mother was a professor of immunology. I went through a period when Russia stopped paying us because we wanted to be independent, and she was paid by Russian government because she was doing research for them, and we went through a period of time, 6 months, no payment. I mean, I remember like neighbors were giving me a little bit of sugar. We would give them a little bit of like nuts or potatoes, something from our summer house that we collected in the summer. That's how we lived. We lived like a big family just to survive. Um, and then I'm seeing our apartments is very poor. You can see from videos, okay? We don't live in this huge giant whatever. We barely survive in Ukraine. The Ukrainian salary for a month, I mean, it would be like tops would be 500 tops American dollars. And the prices are pretty much the same like here. So my brother works two jobs to survive, and he lives by himself. Okay, that's how we live. And so they are basically storming the country, saying that they're not going to touch civilians. But then why do people tell me, people I talk to, my friends from school and my university I went to get a immunology degree also, that they saw tanks running over civilian cars with civilians driving in the cars just because. Why did they see tanks shooting through rows of cars lined up to leave the city? Why are they doing that? Why are they taking Ukrainian soldiers hostage and then taking their uniforms and pretending to be Ukrainian soldiers to do more damage? Why are they doing markings on the buildings with black crosses all over? And so the guys, Russian guys, know which building to hit and where. And why are
Yeah.
they putting little explosives in the match boxes, old style match boxes? So the civilians who pick them up, they get like their hands exploded and lose their hands. Why are they doing all of it? They're not touching civilians. So so there are different programs, right? I see a lot of different people talking, don't worry, just a movie. We're cleaning up Ukraine. But how is that you're cleaning up Ukraine if my brother said that there are videos filmed by mothers of children with cancer because they suffered, they live close to Chernobyl station and the radiation is still pretty high there, and the children got cancer. And why is that the bomb got into that hospital with children with cancer? Why is that the 13-year-old boy died from the bombing? What's happening? Do
Yeah,
you
I mean,
do you
all the
rush?
people that living in the buildings, how they can clean if you bombard a building with the families there?
No,
Um,
I have a
it's
friend.
just, I think many people they are really in denial. People they are so brainwashed by reality, TV, that they feel completely detached. Even when they see the bombs, oh, where is the blood? Because in the last year we have anything. We have access. Kids have access of anything, even killing real people. They feel detached, and they don't have feeling anymore. Okay, so and some people even they say this is not real. This war. I mean, how you can say things like that? I mean, and I can tell you something because these entities that I always, since I awakened, yes, we can have some nice guys that they show that they are good, they do it for the best. But at the end of the day, what they do is for their own best because the day that you sign your contract, your life is basically with this kind of entities, these reptilians entities, reptiloids, because when we're talking about this new world that we're going to jump, is because when as we say in many episodes, that there will be no leaders anymore. There will be no a single person that decide your life, you ordinary person, okay? Because all these people, they put bombs, they bombard, they threaten you with a nuclear, are people, they have bunkers, they know where they're going to hide. But what about you guys? And another thing, today's happening to Ukraine. Tomorrow can happen to your house. Then I think you're starting to wake up because we are all spirituals. And you said the right thing. I really feel for Russian brothers and sisters, Ukrainian brothers and sisters, and every single being in the world. What I dislike and I condemn is violence and the right to your own life. You are stealing, you're robbing, you destroy my life. Who give you this right when we are all one? What is all this beautiful preaching, and then, oh yes, come on, he's very good, this I don't want to even mention the name of this horrible guy that is probably has a dementia, I don't know, and is getting crazy
Yeah,
because he knows that what he's doing is very, very dangerous, and the people praise him. They
dementia.
have to understand that this guy doesn't have feelings. This guy is just a reptiloid. I make an example to you guys. When people, they obviously, they're no vegan or vegetarian, they like meat, yeah? Or
Mm.
they like to eat lamb. Lamb is a beautiful, cute animal, okay? It's very sweet. But you eat them, you know, the food. And you feel sorry for the mother. You feel sorry for this little lamb that it died to give you food to you. And the same is these entities, the same exactly things. Because this world is a big farm, like somebody we know said. It's true. I believe it is a big farm. And we are food for these, entities. So the
Yeah.
guys wake up from the program because religions, politics,
Program after program.
program is a
You wake
matrix.
up,
Okay,
you
it's when
change it.
it's like a match. When you see football match, okay, I like sport or ever, but it's still a game. And war is a game, but the only difference is that there is blood, real blood. With a game of
Yeah.
people that use you as a player, they watching you, okay, with a cigar because they have the
It's entertainment.
bloody arses cover, okay. And these people still now a person dictate the life, the democracy, and the peace in the world. They're not good people. at all. And you can't praise a person like that. You're not a good person. You can't praise somebody that killed children, innocent people. You can trap, you can take the right to a country to be free. Okay? It's like when, if it's just for a second, think if it's happening to you guys, if it happened to your home family. Imagine if you are like Oksana now, that you have in the family uh, around in the world that be bombarded. I don't think you say, oh, I'm in denial. Is everything will going to be fine? Yeah, it's okay. Of course, everybody want to be fine. I'm keeping sending energy. It's working because we are seeing a lot of things exploded now. I basically, I don't know you, Oksana, but I saw, when I felt like in a desert. When all these animals they getting out from the soil, like scorpions, the like
Yeah,
reptiles,
everything's
snakes,
the
the
faces.
dragons that they, they spit
Mm,
fire. The
right.
dracon, draconia, which is the strongest, the governors, the first presidents. I'm the president. You have to treat me, you have to be afraid of me. You are just a bloody human. Yes, clone. Yes, a robot, whatever you are, because you are an entity. Because the people that preach spirituality, love, and peace, and they are taking sides. Sorry, I think you are disconnecting
In
for
the
what
game, you take
for
sides.
what we are. Okay, we are spiritual people. We are, yes, in the 5D, but at the moment, many people in the 5D. I constantly in the 5D, especially when I sleep, when I work, when I go in trance. But I am also in this 3D. So I have I have even to be in this 3D because obviously I choose to be in this 3D experience, and I have to protect people, children, mothers, women, animals. Imagine all these animals dying without food because these people they don't have even food, they don't have even medicaments, nothing.
No,
Again,
they don't
today's
want.
China, tomorrow will be any. And look the poor people of Russia that are all the country they are
They feel
hating them.
embarrassed.
You just can see just bad words about them. It's not fair because these people they are basically trapped by this bloody dictator. And
Exactly.
all the dictators like him is time, guys, to wake up. Everybody has the right to decide for their own life. No bloody jobs, no bloody any poison in our body, and even the right to say with this nuclear, they give sanction to the other countries, and then no, I can use the nuclear. Then I kill you. No, I kill you. I kill you. Come on, guy. But this is the greatness of a person, a great person, a great leader find a solution. But if this is not leaders anymore. Everybody is a leader in the new world. Well, we will not anymore one person that dictated the life of everybody. It will be the community,
Support one
everybody together.
the you in the game.
Vote by voting. I decide, yes, what is Oksana? Okay, what is the third one? I think like Efisa. No, I think like Oksana. And then this is the democracy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the democracy, not this bunch of, in Italy, example, they are just parasites. They are a bunch of parasites which they have a good life. They don't know what it means working. They don't know what it means sacrifice or living in the basement in the middle of the rats like they're doing many people. Sacrifice them for a mortgage of a crap house that it's just a quickly wave it can crash. Just think about a missile that now can have a nuclear. It's so powerful that it can take out about 3, 4, or 5 countries in once. This
It's
is because many people they are applauding these guys.
everybody in the world, how
Yeah,
I see it visually, in my visions, it can escalate to the point that,
yeah,
first of all, I see revolution happening in Russia because so many people, I talk to people in Russia too, because I have a lot of friends there too, and they all say they feel terrible, that they first, they're very suppressed people. They want Putin. A lot of people were interviewed on the streets of Russia. There are videos about it, they go onto YouTube. They say, we want Putin dead. We want to see him dead. And the one of the
because this guy is in a suicidal mission, but obviously he's the one that he will cover his arse, and it will be the Russian that they pay for these bloody man decisions.
And also the old
This is
diplomat
not democracy.
in DC who lives in Washington now. He's very old, very famous in Russia, but he lives there. He said, "Hey, I'm here. I can tell you the truth. The truth is we're dealing with the psychopath without emotions, and I hope somebody just goes and kills him because this beautiful people of Russia, they deserve to have the right to pick their own president." And
Exactly.
and that's exactly why Russians in St. Petersburg and Moscow went to demonstrate for the right to vote, for the right to pick somebody good, somebody they think that would be good, not somebody who just pressures them. And look, they were all taken to prison, even the woman with the little baby. Did you see? By the way, this is
Yeah, so this was really disgraceful.
there is
He was
web cameras from
protesting.
the
Yeah,
buildings. There are people taken with cell phones. To me, this is a proof this is a real thing.
yeah, of course.
And second of all, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos in Ukrainian, right? They're not translated into English, so you're not going to see them unless somebody takes time. And believe me, it's very hard and it takes a long time to put subtitles under some videos. I watched them. They took, some Russians just gave up. Some Russians were trying to run away from commanders, and that's what they're telling them. I was running away from a commander, he shot me in the head, and they basically the Ukrainian gave them the phone to all those Russian boys to call their moms. And mother picks up, and you can hear both conversations. She goes, "Wait, why are you in Ukraine? What are you doing there?" He says, "Mom, they knocked on my door at night. They picked me up and they drove me. They said they were driving me for training, but I ended up in Ukraine. I don't even know where I am and what am I doing here. I'm all confused." And they told me to fight, and I said I don't want to fight. And the commander said, "Well, it's an ultimatum. It's either you fight or you're
You
killed
see,
by
they
me."
don't. Why they don't put this news? I was checking if I can find in the West,
Mhm.
news. They don't find all things like that because they want to project all the anger against Putin and the Russian people. So
Right. And
you have to let it talk even the Russian
it's
people, the
not
reality what it is.
victims.
Okay. This is
Both.
not the bodies or the I mean these people that move the Muppets, they move the strings here. They have to be stopped, guys. It's enough is enough. I mean, we are definitely in a big change. We are in a big transaction, and I the spectrum of the war was always there, but I was even more thinking about even some, let's say climate changes, tsunamis and stuff like that, which thanks to these freaks, even the weather is changing because of this experiment, etc., etc. And I was expecting there will be a lot of unbalanced days or years probably in order that we find a new life. I don't know even if I'll be witnessing because it will take time obviously to adjust to adapt, but in the meantime, we are, like I said many times, we had to teach people to be independent in every sense, even to understand their own emotions. This is why we're going to project that energy. I do programs, how to teach people, and I will going to do more and more, how they can self-heal themselves, especially for traumas, etc., instead of take the magic pill. And this is even the magic pill is the media as a magic pill because I do hypnosis. I
Mm.
put people in trance. I did the course how it works. And media, every time when the people bombarding you with the same informations every day, you're starting to believe.
It's a
And it
problem.
says we create fear, we create curiosity, we create doubts that everything is fake, that everything is, guys, when people says God, 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 instead they say God, feel God inside. Don't say it. Feel it because, oh, thanks God. But then you are doing a completely opposite. Who's God in this case? For many people, God is an entity, is not a vibration, is not energy, is not us.
Right.
It's just materialistic perception of a religion that was created by humans in this experience in this planet. Okay, so I respect people they believe, because everybody needs to believe in anything else. But if you're really believer, stop for a second, and at last, if you are, if you are a member of the matrix, just what you preach, um, do some actions, because people, they talking, but they don't do nothing. They're slagging off. They put crap in the comments. Oh, she speaks shit. How many times I read stuff, but I smile, because it's their problem. If they are so happy, they are so, why they are so angry, man, and why they are so they know everything when they don't even went out from their own village. You can, yes, travel with your mind, but please respect people that are suffering right now. Respect people like Oksana, his brother, that he doesn't know the brother if he will be alive tomorrow morning. She has to contact him every 1 hour just to see if the brother is alive. It must be absolutely um, so worrying and overwhelming for you. And I can feel that because we're talking every day. But to support like a two teams, opposite team, like football, two freaks. Okay, freaks. And I can say every freaks. I can say freaks from Italy, freaks from France, Germany, USA, especially somebody that is congratulating for what he done, so killing people. That for me find absolutely disgusting. So I mean, that's when people definitely, if they build something good, how they can destroy themselves, because these people, they have an ego. Ego can be big like like a mountain, can be even bigger than a mountain. And this is what reptilians and reptilians has. The ego is like something more stronger than a horse, doesn't beat. Basically, it contains the ego, power, greedy, okay, and stubbornness. That is the ego, the arrogance to decide to kill people like that. Nothing, okay. Well done for you. What a great spirituality.
Ephesians, let's think about it too. So basically, people, even if we go by this program of truthers, right? There's some people who are saying that Putin is a white hat and all this. So if you think about vibration frequency, right? We're thinking in these terms. Why do we raise vibration? When you kill people, you're not in a high vibration. When
No,
people are
you
killed,
kill yourself basically. Is it basically you killing your own soul?
you cannot on this, and this is uh the you're building this layer of low vibration. You think you're going to 5D from this low vibration? How? It's impossible. No logic would explain that. People saying that
It's
relax,
like I kill myself, Oksana. I
pop,
take a knife, a bomb, and I blow myself up
yeah,
because I try
right,
to kill my own soul. If you do to your brothers and sisters, you are killing yourself. So if somebody kill yourself, then it is something wrong there. It's this destroying a body, and the soul has where? Soul has to find somewhere, yeah?
right.
But if you have a program, a microchip in this brain that blow up yourself, or that's starting to take insights, guys, probably you are compromised. Okay, focus, make exercise. We know how to connect with our third eyes. Be human and be a soul. Okay, and connect to what we have. We have a fantastic kit. I can call the kit body, mind, soul, and spirit that we have to balance. Okay, we are very mental in this planet in a human body, but inside there is the soul, the spirit. It goes. Sometimes they are more ahead of us. The spirits, because they travel between past, present, because obviously as a spirit and soul, they don't have the conception of the time. But in this very difficult moment, I'm still carrying on, because I see anyway many people, they are awakening. Only when we're talking every time, only a small part or maybe a big part, they will be not ready for the 5D. Sorry guys, for some people probably this will be not what they want to hear, because we are talking about what we feel, not we want you people to believe. Okay, I don't ask you to believe what I say, or to trust Oksana, or to trust. Just trust yourself, trust your heart, and check yourself. If you have, usually I have a measurement, 0 to 10. How much is, the measurement of the percentage of your heart in terms of humanity, love, compassion? Okay? No ego. Take your measurement of ego or percentage of ego, chuck in a portal, and come back what you are, a human. Okay? And the love and praise to Andrei, to your brother, and all the Ukrainian people in Kiev, all around. Thank you to all the countries that they are giving hospitality, shelter to all these people. They are desperate. They don't know where to go. I really, really want this will be over. If people they starting to say, no, I don't want you anymore. I don't want you. You don't decide for me. This is my house. In my house, I decide what to eat, where I go to sleep. Okay, you can't come to my house and tell me go away from here or do this. If you not, you can be out from the house, because this is my house. This is my planet. And it's the planet of everybody, not of few single people that they can destroy this planet.
Exactly.
Okay?
Let's stop worshiping those who are high up in positions, because they're all controlled. And look at real people. Look at the grandma on the little video shared on the, some Russian platforms, Ukrainian platforms. You can see it, because for some reason Americans cannot see them. Only Russians and Ukrainians can. And this grandma gives bread to Russian soldiers who say that they're lost in the woods or they're just hungry. She brings them bread out. And look at the Ukrainian guy dragging the Russian soldier and bringing him to the hospital because his old commander shot him in the head. I mean,
And this is ordinary people. This is ordinary people, people that they don't have nothing but still share with you. And what about these bloody fat arses, okay, sitting the golden palaces, yeah? And killing,
they dropped them down to Kiev overnight, the soldiers, and they fled by their helicopters. But those soldiers were standing. It was on different channels. Even people from their high rises filmed it, so I could see, that's the same thing. So it's true,
Yeah.
And the soldiers are like, we don't know what to do. We just got dropped.
They apparently was 1,000 casualties. And they died because they was lost. They said, "What do we do?" It was like it's like you give few piece of meat to the tiger, because obviously Ukraine and they was they need to defend itself. I mean, I don't want to even talk about this because it's not it's still really bad. Bad for a side, bad for another. But please, guys, remember. I mean, for some people, remember that we are here not to to create a animated life, or like the program Meta is doing. I was talking the other day. Meta is creating a virtual life that where people can be in their own halls, and they didn't have any more. They will be like scared even from the sky because they live in a virtual life. This is all crap. Yeah, the infinity. The 8 reversed instead.
Souls caught in infinity. And think about it. People even told me in comments, well, but Ukraine has a lot of evil. But Italy has a lot of evil. But Romania has a lot of evil. And Poland has a lot of evil. And all the countries in the world have evil. So do you mean that means that justifies some troops coming and killing people, taking over Ukraine? We never asked for war in Ukraine. We're barely surviving, Our economy is very bad. It's always been bad. I've lived there for 21 years of my life. And so you mean that all the countries need to be cleansed now by the troops coming into them and killing all people just because you're saying they're asleep or they're jabbed or what? Like, you know what I mean? Nothing makes sense, because I started questioning everything and looking at everything energetically. And it just, when I realized they're only this little bunch of real souls here. The other ones are either implanted or influenced by entities or controlled by programs of AI.
Exactly.
And look how person acts. Look at the Polish people welcoming to their families mothers with babies from Ukraine. Look at the Romanians opening the border, doing the same.
This is
Don't
the real soul who have to work. Think about a brother and sister, not about hatred and like supporting a football team. Okay. Oh, I like Chelsea. I like
oh God,
another. This is what the people they are taking the war. Especially when they are in different countries. When this they own country, I don't think they have the same perception. So be open, open space. Don't see things only from one way, for your ego. You was because she said something bad. Okay, if she says something bad to me, it's probably because there is something I need to learn. There is something probably I'm not doing okay. But if it's because you're telling me this just because it's your ego, sorry, mate, is your problem. Okay, if I'm okay, my consciousness is okay, and obviously my soul is okay. I don't need you. I don't need your opinion. I don't need if you are slugging me off. There is no good or bad. We are here in this world to do bad things in order to understand what is the good things. So we know because history, even if they are erasing everything slowly, like they always do, basically they always teach you that wars they never ended up good for these reptilians. Okay, it is still they move in their tail because they don't want to accept that it's over. It does and never ended up well.
yeah,
Okay, for a side or for the another, because there will be always casualties, losses, and then you have to rebuild again, rebuilding again. What this crap humanity that destroys and then rebuild the boy and again that destroys. What is the point here, people? Why don't understand why we build and destroy? Why you build and destroy? Because it's a matrix. Because we can give them work to do. We can give work to do to these robots. We can give it the software. Everywhere we put like a computer. This is my laptop. It does what I say because I put a software and it responds because I wanted this. I created this laptop. So this is a human body. We put the software and that's it. We just click. We click
exactly.
any button and
That's why everybody fights with each other. So before
exactly.
you say, before you criticize others for little things, for big things, think about the programs. Think about what makes you do it. This is AI in you. That's not a human who says that he is awakened or she's awakened. Because awakening to me right now, from my perspective, is a multi-layered process. To me, my brother is more awakened right now because he was scared to death. Okay, he's got 2 pairs of jeans, 8 t-shirts, and he doesn't know if he's gonna wake up tomorrow in his summer house. Okay, that's how it is, and that's the waking. He actually told me, Oksana, there's nothing more important than just helping each other. Nothing else matters. All these little things, that we worry about, like we want a good car, we want to travel somewhere. All these things don't matter when you see what I saw.
Especially
It,
when you see children, they are dying for cancer because the hospital will be put down by these good people. So
they're
anyway,
saving
just
children.
focus and
Makes no
be
sense.
rationally send all to everybody these beautiful awakening messages. Everybody have this chance energetically to connect it, to clean up. Imagine like a dark sky. Just make sure that you can see the blue sky. You can put the sun. You remember the bright light that is more stronger than the nuclear or atomic. Okay, stronger than these crap threatening weapons. This bright light, energetic bright that we're going to produce and to basically send to everybody, every single person. If you do that, we can change the vibrations and we can make this reptilian We can shrink them for the way they are. They are just worms. Worms that they are still beings, but they are still worms. And they say everything. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Oksana. I have to go because here is 11, 9 past 11.
Here's
And in
one.
a bit I have to start my night shift. So midnight is very close.
But well, just respect each other for their opinions. Please do just that. And let's stop criticizing each other, you know?
Exactly.
That's what it is. I mean, everybody's a different level of understanding, and that's fine. That's totally fine. We awaken once, we get awakened second time. We get the more experiences we get, the more awakened we become. We are getting through programs, and the matrix is program after program after program after
Exactly.
program. So get ready for this because
Yes, and the no, yes, it's beautiful talking and do, but if when we just not only we talk, but we're starting to even small gestures, even with a comfortable word is enough. Okay, even even if you don't have nothing, you can still share. Okay, because we can waste a lot food and a lot stuff we don't use because we are greedy. You know, we can still help, but not in a material way, but even in a emotional way. So, um, God is yes, is always with us, but God is you in the end of the day. If you don't acting like
you
God, you don't need to ask God to help you because then you really don't get it. Okay,
exactly. Don't
so
delegate your responsibility to somebody up there because it makes no sense that somebody up there allows so many people to suffer. All around the
exactly,
world. It's not only
it's
Ukraine.
like
Ukrainians never fought with anybody like that. We never tried to take over any country. All my life, I remember, my mother was trying to survive with us. She would, I mean, the last thing, she would sell her golden ring for us to go to the Black Sea for vacation in the summer. That's how I lived. For you to understand, you'll never understand how I
because
lived.
your mother was obviously she
Like,
loved the ring. Every woman likes sometimes to have this, but at the end of the day, she loved more the best jewelry that she had was her children, and then this is just nothing. It's your children, the soul. The soul is the best richness. This is why every reptile or every entity wants to take us. They want our experience. They want basically conquer
too.
us because we are more than atomic, more than nuclear. We are so huge. Every single person or soul is amazing. So this is what I know. So please,
Thanks.
guys, try to, if you can, to see things not only in the way you will love to see, but the way this is the reality, okay, of the thing that what is really happening. This is not a game. This is not a movie. It's not a reality show, but this is what is really happening. So send all love and prayers to everybody and high vibrations, and to my friend Rosanna, especially Oksana, that and the brother Andrei, that obviously they are affected in the first person. So
Thank you so much, Ephesian. Yeah,
ciao
let's
ciao,
let's
grazie.
grazie. Ciao, ciao.